Hello everyone, my name is Dan and today I'm going to show you how to read and write to an INI file in Java. So what I do mean by that is whenever you do have a program and you work on it and you do resize it, you do have a custom. We do width and height and you close it down. Next time when you open it's going to have the same width and height as you close it down. So what I do mean by that, if I do run an example here. Right, I'm gonna have this scene here and I'm gonna resize it. Right, and I'm gonna close it down. Right, I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do in my program. I'm gonna close it down at the end, and I want next time to have the same width and height. Right, close it down, back again. Unfortunately, it's opening on my first screen, so I'm gonna drag and drop it in here. So as you can see, it has the same width and height as I close it down. The way to achieve that, you simply need to have an INI file. You read some properties in there, and then you read them back when you're going to create the scenes. So let's go and create this small program. I'm going to create a new project. It can be either JavaFX or FXML application. I'm going to go with FXML application. Go next. I'm going to say INI file. Finish. INI file, right. So now we do have our basic application. The next step is we need a library called INI4J. So we simply go to Google. I already downloaded it. You simply go to sourceforce.net projects INI4J and download it from here. Once you download it, you go and unzip it. I already done that. I took INI4J from it, and it's a jar file. I'm going to show you what I have to do with it, and go into an INI file, go into libraries, right click it, add jar folder. You find your jar folder, you open it, and now you do have it into your library. So we have to import it, import org.ini4j.everything. So we do want everything from there. And now we're going to want two objects. Want to read and want to write to INI objects. So I'm going to say private INI a read, private INI a write. Okay, so I'm going to go down here. I'm going to say a read equal new INI. So I instantiate the a read, and now I'm gonna go back to my source package, and I'm gonna create a new empty file, and I'm gonna call it setting.ini. Finish it, and in here I want to have a section called scene, and I'm gonna have the properties width. Oops, width equal 700. No, I know what, I'm just put it 500. And height equal 400. This is going to be the default values, right? Right, go back to our INI. Now we want to load that file. A read.load. In here we're going to say new file reader, and inside we're going to put a relative path to our setting.ini. It's going to be source src /ini file /setting.ini, right? Okay, and now we want to set our stage with the specific width and height. So let's create a width and height. Those are going to be doubles. Private double width, private double height, and we're gonna say width equal a read dot get. This is the function. So as you can see, it has three arguments: section name, option name, and the actual type of the class that's gonna return. So it's gonna be the section, which is gonna, in our case, is scene, let's take width, actually width, and then we're going to say the class name. So what type of variable we want to return? So we want to return a double, so we're going to say double not class. Okay, right, next one is going to be the height. Height equal a read. Okay, next one is going to be height, and the last one is going to be again a double that class. All right, oops. Okay, very hard with spelling. All right, so now we grab our stage and set width, and we're gonna put our width. Actually, was there already? Stage dot set height. Okay. So now if we're gonna go ahead and run it, it's gonna run with the default values that we do have. Oh, here you go. What was the default values? So let's have a look into our 500, 400, 500. Okay, I don't think I'm running clean and build. Alright, it's already open. Right, is this a 500 by 400? It doesn't look to me. Or it does. Right, let's put it 200 by 200. Oops. Right. This is what I actually get. So we do have a problem somewhere. Alright, so where is width? INI file. Alright, so width and height. Width and height. Alright, yeah, so we are not reading the height. Yeah, well, the height was misspelled, so I do have a problem with misspelling here. Right, run it back again. And this time we do have it right. Something was a bit dodgy there. Settings at INI 200 by 200. Let's run it with 500, with 400. Close these things down. Run it back again. Alright, so now it is actually working, considering the width and height. So what we want to do now, we want to actually write and change these values whenever the user is going to close down the program. So we're going to hook an action on our stage. So whenever the user is going to close it down, we want to get the width and height. So we're going to go down here and going to say stage dot set on hiding, new event handler. Alright, so it dropped everything for us here. Nice and easy. Thank you, Netbeans. And in here we're gonna create a new runnable. So platform not run later, new run a. Okay. So inside here, when the user is gonna close down, this thread is gonna pop up, and we want to write in here. We do want to write to our setting.ini. So a write equal new INI, instantiate our object, and then we want to put the values. So we're gonna say a write dot put. Okay, and in here we get a section scene, and we get the property which is going to be width, and then we want to get the width, excuse me, the width of our scene. So it's going to be stage dot get width. All right, fantastic. A right dot put scene, and there's going to be height this time, and the third one is going to be the value, which is going to be stage dot get height. All right, okie dokie, we do have it. So the last thing we want to say, where do we want to actually want to store these values? So we want to get our all right, that store, and I'm going to say new file output stream, and then we're going to find the actual file, which is going to be source INI file setting.ini, and that's it. I think we have to throw a try and catch, and here you go. Now we do have it. So in the first part, we're reading the values, and when the user is going to close down the application, we are writing down in setting.ini. So let's give it a try. Okay, so I'm going to drag it in here. I'm going to change it. I'm going to close it down. I'm going to look here into setting.ini, and as you can see, the width and height is changed now. I'm going to open it back again, drag and drop it from my first screen, and here we have it. We do have width and height from the previous open scene. Okay, as a challenge for you, I would like you to do, if you want, of course, if the user is gonna maximize the scene, next time when he opens back again, he or she is gonna open back again the scene, is gonna be in the maximize mode. Okay, right. You can also use INI file, pretty simple. When you close it down, you save it. Alright, it's gonna be the same concept, but all you have to do is to look for some functions as is maximized or set maximized. Alright, I already gave you everything there, so I hope this is gonna be helpful for you. Okay, thank you and see you next time.